everyone, it is Shipwreck Samantha here, and today's video is half tutorial, half how I do things, because I am going to be showing you, one, how to draw a profile of a female face, but also I'm going to be kind of explaining how I do it. Now, don't take my video too seriously, because if you want to know how to draw a female face accurately, please go to somebody who has more experience than I do, because I don't want you picking up my mistakes. But that is mainly because I do this in a very stylized way, and I have a style that works with this. I can draw realistic faces from referencing photos and things like that, but for me in general, this is how I draw stylized faces. So this is in my own style. So I want you to be able to find your own style if you haven't already. And so don't take this too seriously, I guess is what I'm saying, but I just hope this is helpful for you guys. So we're going to start by drawing a circle. I'm doing this very lightly because you don't want to draw too dark. Now we're going to draw the tip of the nose to the jaw, which comes down and out like this. So now we kind of have it blocked out. Now we need to decide where the dip of the nose is, because that's also the center of the face, where the eyes and the dip of the nose are. And that is about right there. So now I'm going to draw the neck. I like to draw slim necks. Now, the next thing we need to do is start blocking out the face some more. Like I said, the dip of the nose comes out. And then, excuse the dogs if you can hear them barking. I'm not sure if you can. So now we're going to draw the nose that comes out like so. And then the forehead comes out and around like that. Then we continue down to the rest of the face, being the upper lip, and the lower lip, which I don't really define the lower lip except for this little ridge here right now. And then draw the chin. And you don't have to go by the guidelines exactly. You can see it comes short of the guidelines. I'm going to come back up, and now we have the basic shape. I'm going to I'll just leave the guidelines for now. Now I'm going to do the eyes. Now the way I like to draw eyes is I like to create a convex curve that comes like that, then one curve on top, one on bottom, that meet in the middle. The curve of the eye doesn't go down on the bottom, it comes right in the middle. So now we have the eye. I'm going to erase some of these guidelines because they're starting to bug me a little bit. Now I'm going to continue on the eye. I like to draw really large eyes. I don't know why, that's just something I prefer. So I'm going to draw the iris as well as the pupil. And again, I draw these really big and unnatural-like, which is why I didn't want you guys to perfectly copy me. And I'm going to kind of roughly draw in the eyelashes. And one of the first things I do after I finish this is I color in the iris, because I always think it looks so weird when the iris isn't colored in. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now I just do streaks all towards the pupil, and then I'm just going to lazily shade it in like that for now, and I'm going to come back to that more later. She has very wide eyes, very expressive, probably surprised looking right now. Now I'm going to draw the eyebrows. Now we're going to do them so they're going to come up higher than they normally would, and curve. Whoops, that's a straight line. I didn't want a straight line. When I want a straight line, I don't get a straight line. So now they're going to curve down this way, so she looks kind of surprised. I'm going to erase a few more of these guidelines now. Now let's not forget to draw the back of the nose, which is just a curve that comes around and down. Right where the nose meets with the lip, you come in for the whole of the nostril. I don't really know how to describe that, but there it is. One thing I like to do with the jaw is because on the side the jawline is pretty soft, it's actually going to erase that, curve that around, and then have a little bit of a definition of the jaw right there, like that. Now she needs to have an ear. Okay, so our lines are more defined now. Now we can move on to shading. You can add lips if you want, just by adding like that. You can't really see that. We'll just go ahead and add lips so you can see what I'm talking about. The lips are not as noticeable as a hard line. That's very soft looking, so I don't define them too much. I just shade them. The top lip is usually shaded more than the bottom lip because more light hits the bottom lip, and you can get an idea that way. So you can add lips or no, because if somebody has very pale, subtle lips, when drawing you don't want to put in too much detail into things that aren't as noticeable, so sometimes you can just leave it out. So I'm going to start shading in more areas. You have to decide where the light source is. I'm just going to assume the sun is up here coming from this direction, and this area is going to be lightly shaded, as well as the back of the ear. And now I'm going to put more concentration into making this eye look better. Now I'm going to shade in the eyebrows and the hair. There's going to be harder lines in the back where you can't see the light, obviously. And I just work on hair by building up layers of pencil streaks because there's going to be some areas that are darker than others. This takes practice and just understanding where light sources are, but I'm just going to build from here. And it's going to be lighter in the center because that's where the light is hitting it the most, especially on the top of her head. That's where you're going to see a lot of the light. But there's still going to be shading over everything, and that all depends on what color you imagine the hair to be. If it's a dark hair color, you're going to color it much darker, kind of like the drawing in the background that I've done in ink. So there's going to be dark definition everywhere, but in the highlight areas, it's going to be very few dark strands. And then in the shadowed areas, you're not really going to see any light parts in the shadowed areas, obviously. I don't really know what this girl's hair color is. I'm just kind of making it up because I like to shade things a lot. So with that, you kind of get the idea. I'm going to do the same thing with the bun. There's going to be hard shading on the base where it curves out and around. Again, there's going to be a lot of hard shading at the base as well as the back of the bun because the light is not hitting it there. And again, I'm not putting a lot of effort. This drawing, actually, as a matter of fact, my camera is going to die soon, so I'm just sort of picking up the pace here. And sometimes I add a little bit of shading in the eyebrow, at the bridge of the nose, around here, very subtly. I know some people shun smudging, but hey, it works. And sometimes I shade the nose a little bit and the back of this crease. And, of course, you have to sign it. Well, that is it for today's video. I hope it was helpful for you in learning how to draw faces. This is my, again, stylized version of a face. Like this video if you found it helpful and if you liked it. And be sure to comment other videos you want to see on this channel. And if you aren't already and you'd like to be sure to join my pirate crew by hitting subscribe right there down below. And you'll see plenty of other art-related videos, challenges, tutorials, and things like that, so be sure to stick around. And I will see you guys next Friday.